Hello everyone, I am Chandrasekhar and welcome to Key to Success Academy, and we are going to discuss about the Anita Desai, one of the most important Indian writer. So in Anita Desai's video, this session, we are going to discuss about the Anita's novels and what are the awards she got, okay, and when she born and what are the cultures of her parents and what are the cultures she belongs to. Okay, she is still alive, and when she born, then her father worked as German baker, right? So kind of Western things we can also say. This is the thing, Western things in her works we can also see. And the second thing, her mother belonged to India, Bengali family. She used to like songs and spices she enjoys, right? So this kind of amalgamation also comes in her works, right? So we can also see this kind of amalgamation blends two cultures, or we can say the multicultural, because she's kind of a Creole child. A kind of Creole means she knows two languages, English and Bengali, or we can also say that Indian language Hindi, right? So she born in Missouri. It is a very beautiful place in Uttarakhand, especially in India, and she grew up in a Bengali family, right? So in her novels, we can see that in her works, we can see a kind of family dynamics, women struggles, and the struggle of the family members, how they reconcile, how they talk, how they communicate, and the women's psychology, and how the psychological problem the women have to face in her novels, right? So this kind of situation, this kind of scenarios we can see in her novels, in her works. Okay, so let's talk about the text that Anita Desai born in 1973, so 1937, and she is still alive. Her full name and birth, Anita Mazumdar Desai, born on June 24th, 1937 in Missouri. It is a beautiful place, and she got Padma Bhushan in 2014. Okay, if we talk about the family background, then a daughter of German father, as I already told you, and Bengali mother, social worker, grew up in multicultural home in Old Delhi. And if you talk about the education, then studied English literature at Queen Mary's School and Miranda House College, University of Delhi. And early writing, published her first short story at the age of 18. At the early age, she published her short story in 1955, influenced by authors like Jane Austen and Virginia Woolf. That's why Jane Austen and Virginia Woolf influenced her, and she was influenced by Jane Austen and Virginia Woolf. That's why we can also say that kind of womenism, a kind of a women struggle are portrayed in her works. Okay, her debut novel Cry the Peacock, published in 1963, her first major work exploring a woman's inner turmoil. And there are the key themes in her works we will discuss, we will find. Focuses on family dynamics, as I already told you that the especially family dynamics, in the sense that especially she talks about the women condition and women's struggle that women has to reconcile in her new family, that how she has to talk, how she has to interact with family members, how she has to live, how she has to tackle the situation, a kind of tragic situation in her family. So focuses on family dynamics, women's struggles, cultural clashes, and introspection. Okay, over 15 novels and short story collection. So there are the 15 novels we had to discuss, but I'm going to discuss only one novel, that is the Cry the Peacock, her debut novel. Okay, so look at the cover page of the Cry the Peacock, her debut novel. Okay, let's talk about her works. The first is the Cry the Peacock. It was published in 1963, and okay, the red colors I have highlighted with the red color. Those works are very, very important. You have to go at least short summary for it, right? So Cry the Peacock 1963 and Bye Bye Blackbird 1971 and Where Shall We Go This Summer 1973, Fire on the Mountain 1977, and this work got the Sahitya Academy Award in 1978, just after the 1 year after publishing this work, Fire on the Mountain. Okay, and Clear Light of the Day 1980, and this work was shortlisted for Booker Prize, but this work did not get any kind of Booker Prize, but only shortlisted. And the next work is The Village by the Sea. This is the children's book, and this children's book got the Guardian Prize. Okay, and In Custody 1984 it was published, and Baumgartner's Bombay 1988. This work also got the Guardian Prize. Okay. So Journey to Ithaca 1995 and Fasting Feasting 1999. This work is very, very important because this fasting represents the eastern country and the feasting represents the western country. This is the eastern and western kind of scenario we can get in this kind of novels. So in most of her works, we can see the scenario of Eastern and Western, because her father belonged to Western country and her mother belonged to Eastern country, India. If we talk about her father, then he belongs to Germany, right? Especially. So that's why we can see the amalgamation of Eastern and Western countries. Okay, Diamond Dust and Other Stories 2000, and the Zigzag Way 2004, and The Artist of Disappearance in 2011. So Anita Desai was kind of a diasporic writer because she born in India, but she went to England, I think. So let's talk about The Cry the Peacock. This was her debut novel published in 1963. There are the main characters: Maya, the young imaginative protagonist and narrator, a sensitive, restless wife haunted by fears and fantasies. Because as the name suggests that Maya means the illusion, right? So she has kind of illusion. She faces kind of a psychological problem in this novel, and Maya also represents the fantasies. Means she has kind of fantasies in her life from her life, right? And on the other hand, the Gautama represents the rationality, that he only focuses on his work. Despite he only focuses on his work, rather paying attention to Maya. Maya has a kind of lots of desire from her life, and she is passionate about the Gotham, but she did not get kind of attention from Gotham. And the Gotham is also shows the rationality, a kind of person who follows the rational things, right? And the Gautama also shows the Gautam Buddha, right? And Maya also, on the other hand, Maya represents the illusion and fantasies. And there is another character, Leela. Leela is her friend, a gossip friend with whom Maya have fun and does gossips. And Arjun was the Leela's husband, and Arjun was the very, very intellectual person and poet. Okay, and sometimes Arjun flirts subtly with Maya. So the story is that the Maya, the girl who belongs to a very affluent family, her father provides whatever she wants. Okay, and she lives luxurious life when she was child, but she has to get married to a person. But when she gets married, then her ambition, her passion, her desire from the life got shattered completely. Okay, when she gets married, then when she goes to a new house in her law's house, then she is not getting kind of environment that she wants. She is not getting kind of love what she wants, right? And she has a kind of desire, kind of passion about her husband, but her husband is not paying attention as the Maya pays a lot, right? So the two conflict. So this is the theme of family dynamics, that and she has to face the struggle, that how to tackle this situation, how to talk to her husband, how to talk to her family members, new family members in her lost house. This is the scenario, this is the struggle she faces, and she wants love from her husband Gautam, but Gautam is focuses on only on the his works. He is a lawyer, right? So he focuses on his work, and she and he doesn't pay attention, much more attention to Maya. Oh, okay. So so she's facing a kind of psychological problem, and in this way she reminds of her past days, that an astrologer said and professed that she is going to die after the fourth day of monsoon, right? So this thing haunts her again and again. These things keeps on haunting her for long time, and because of these she gets in a psychological problem, and she has to deal with, but she is not unable to deal. So she tries to share her problem with her friend Leela, right? But these person are not able, these person are not enough to tackle this situation. So she thought one day that why would I die, why would I die? So I'm not going to die. So she decides that I'm not going to die. Instead of me, my husband will die. She decided, and when she decided, then she was on the roof of the house, and she asked her husband Gautama, then come up on the roof. And when Gautam come up on the roof, then she pushes her from the roof, and the Gautam falls down, and he died there. Okay, and this is the trauma of her mind that forces her to make this kind of situation, to get this kind of decision to make her husband die, right? So and because of this death, that her family member think that this Maya, this girl, is out of mind. So her family members send her to back to her house, her home, her father's home, right? So this is the novel, this is the scenario that we can see that psychological condition of the Maya, and the Maya is kind of Maya, an illusion she faces, and she lives in the Maya, she lives in the illusion fantasy world, and rather focusing on the reality of the family situation and the reality of the Gautam, that he has to work to earn from the family, right? For the family. So kind of scenario we can see in her novel The Cry the Peacock. This was the debut novel of the Anita Desai. Okay, so this is all about the video, this is all about the Anita Desai, and you are supposed to do some works, because there are many important works are there that I have highlighted. Those work with the red color: Bye Bye Blackbird, Where Shall We Go This Summer, and Fire on the Mountain, Clear Light of the Day, and In Custody, and the Fasting Feasting. These works are very important. So at least you have to do a short summary of this work. At least you have to remember the characters of these works. Okay, so this is all about Anita Desai. So thank you for watching this video, and we are going to start a new batch in English literature on 9th of October, right? So thank you for watching this video.